Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Blockbull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now, today we're going to cover Chainlink. The reason being is because we are currently experiencing the CBORs, which is a major annual Swift event going on at the moment. So, Swift are interlinked with Chainlink extensively. If you guys are actually following what's going on in CBORs now, this is, I think he's the founder or the CEO, one of the other, Sergey Nazarov. His name is a very, very smart man when you do listen to him. But I'm just going to play you a short sort of introduction to this clip. And there is a 19, nearly 20-minute long clip there. You can go over to, this guy and, watch that full clip if you want to. But yeah, let's just take a listen to this.
Our talk. Appreciate your interest in our work. So over many years now, we've been collaborating with Swift to bring you the ability to use Swift messages and Swift standards in order to efficiently interact with blockchains with minimal additional investment by your institutions. I'm very happy to say that this diagram that we presented in the second pilot with Swift last year has now become a reality. So now we are in a pre-production stage where we can start offering you something.
Okay, so they've actually tried and experimented with Swift. So they've been working with Swift now for a number of years, and it seems as though those trials were successful. So it literally sounds like they're going into pre-production phase now with Swift. So for those of you that don't know, Chainlink is almost like an oracle, like an API, if you will, where it actually brings through data sets, if you will. And there is some more information coming out as well, how they are going to be looking to sort of implement AI here. So this is another tweet. It is really good to follow, actually. I've only just come across this guy now because usually I stick to my main bags, so XDC, XRP, hence why I've got the XRP plan and XDC plan over on the blockbulls.com. If you guys need a plan, make sure to follow the link in the description. However, with Chainlink, let's just read through what this guy is saying. So, absolutely massive week, Chainlink. Obviously, we're at CBORs this week. So, again, annual event held by Swift. Now, there's not many sort of publications and sort of exposure to who Swift are actually who are actually working with. Because initially, obviously, they got the XRP army as well. There was some sort of affiliation there, but I've not really seen any sort of articles or publications since like 18, 19, 2020. So this is up to date. This is taking part this week now, Chainlink and Swift. So I entered the pre-production phase with Swift on using Chainlink for institutional blockchain connectivity. That is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? If this was XRP now, we'd literally be blowing up. The internet would be blowing up over here on X. So I created an AI, Oracle, and blockchain-powered corporate action solution with Swift, Euroclear as well, and 6 financial institutions. Launched the CCIP private transactions. So there's obviously that private sort of element, which is what a lot of banks and institutions want, which XRP didn't initially offer. However, they do offer the private XRP ledger now. So again, blockchain privacy manager together with ANZ Bank as a pilot user, secured tens of millions of CCIP transfers for DeFi, including a single transaction, moving 13 million at no slippage. So yeah, let's just have a quick look at these diagrams that are sort of tailored here. So yeah, all this is obviously legit. These are coming from big accounts. It's not just some random dude, making some FUD up over on X. So yeah, conducted by Chainlink. Obviously, you got the market infrastructure as well. Euroclear, Swift, asset managers here. Franklin Templeton, Wellington Management. I don't think I've ever heard of Wellington Management before. I'll maybe have to do some further insight into what they are. You got banks and custodians here. UBS. Again, I don't know any of these really blockchains here. So Hyperledger, Besu, Avalanche, and ZK Sync. I'm not quite sure who they are. Again, I may have to do some further research on those. Again, that's just a breakdown of the private transactions from Bank A through to Bank B. Obviously, the CCIP is in the middle of those, acting as a middleman. Let's have a look. Transactional data as well. Don't know how relevant that is. BNB Chain and Arbitrum mainnet, another cryptocurrency. So yeah, there's it looks as if Chainlink can also act as an API, similarly to Quant with that interoperability sort of factor, where we're actually bringing sort of data from chain to chain. So whether that be BNB, Avalanche, EVM compatible, obviously. So there's a lot of things playing out now for Swift. Now, if we go over, let's just have a look just before we go over to the charts now. Chainlink and Swift, again, these are big accounts. Cointelegraph, pretty well, they are legitimate, aren't they? But just because they're legitimate and they're sort of mainstream news sort of platforms doesn't necessarily mean they're always correct. However, blockchain integration to streamline digital asset settlement for TradeFi. So this is going to be a massive market. Again, there's plenty of articles coming out of Link at the moment. So this is Link. I've just drawn up the charts quickly. Again, I like to keep my charts as simple as possible because the last thing I want is to overwhelm the new subscribers, etc., or new people coming into crypto, should we say, as well, if they are just getting into crypto, getting into trading, getting into investing. Last thing I want is RSIs, over oscillators, stochastics, etc., etc. So yeah, we'll just keep it simple. Again, similarly to other cryptos in the market, namely XRP, again with this massive symmetrical triangle with the two blue trend lines. It looks as if we are converging now. It did look as if we have had a breakout. We've retested here. You can see another pop, and then again some sort of indecision where it looks as if we've actually fallen back into this symmetrical triangle, and we're pinballed around exactly what XRP is doing as well. So yeah, very, very similar sort of chart patterns that are playing out. Very, very similar algorithms. They are involved with Swift, as you know. So yeah, it's pretty much almost go time for Link by the looks of things. We do have on the 5th of November, we've got the US elections. Now, predominantly the whole of crypto has usually got going at that point. Now, another sort of, let's just highlight some of this over to you as well. You've got this sort of ascending sort of parallel channel going up here from inception. So you can see there, so we basically rolled from the bull into the bear market. So that's where we saw that capitulation here. It looks as if we had a retest here. Yeah, you can see, you could argue, you could bring that down slightly. So you could argue that we've basically broken down, should I say, and then we've retested the sort of support into resistance, and that's when we've seen that capitulation into the bear market. Really strong base there for Chainlink here, dating from 16th of May 2022 all the way up to around 16th of October of 23. Then we've had that impulse to the upside, and again, this is where we're tackling with this sort of support and resistance line now before we do reach the convergence and the apex, where usually we see fireworks. So again, guys, I am waiting until after the 5th of November, US elections. Hopefully Donald Trump comes in, and then that's pro crypto. That's real positive reinforcement for crypto then to get going. But ultimately, we have also got an extra sort of support resistance level, which is again a supply and demand zone. So this red trend line going in here, you can see how price action initially breaks through and then acts as support before we get a couple of bounces to create that all-time high with Chainlink. Again, we get the breakdown, and then again, we're literally sort of pinballing around. Looks like there's a few taps here along this line. Breakout. And then this is where we are now, guys. We are pretty much there now. Coming into the end of October, going into US elections, beginning first week of November. Looking really good now. Now, if we actually go down, because this is on the weekly time frame, if we go down into the daily, let's just see where we're playing out. Again, guys, we can be a little bit more accurate once we get down into the daily. Again, we could also go down even further, maybe onto the 4-hourly, hourly, just to get some sort of insight. But it looks as if, in my opinion, that Link is already, the fact that we're trading above the wedge is fantastic news. And also the fact that we've come back down and spiked in and wicked in. Very, very strong risk to reward, in my opinion, for Link now. So literally, we're pretty much up the apex. You can potentially manipulate these out a little bit further if you wish to do so. But again, you're literally slicing like millimeters. But it does add on like an extra couple of weeks. So, if we don't see a pop over the next week or two. Certainly, like I said, that I think the green light is US elections, and I am looking at sort of the week commencing sort of 24th, 25th of November before altcoins fly. But there will be some early movers now. The fact that Swift and Link is getting this exposure at C-Balls at the moment is absolutely massive. So Link could be an early mover. I'm not really looked into the sort of price targets for Link. Now, if they're dealing with sort of trillions in terms of data sets and, acting as an oracle and the middleman between the sort of client A and client B, which we've just been looking at over here, then Chainlink can do some massive numbers. Now, for starters, all I'm going to go with is the sort of fibs. So if we get the sort of all-time high, we'll bring that down to the low after the all-time high there. So I'd say around there. Yes, you have got a little bit of deviation here, but it doesn't matter if I bring it down a tad. It doesn't make much difference to the price targets. So the fibs are up here. Again, I'm not expecting these fibs to be hit anytime soon. It will be towards the end of the bull market. The top of the fibs are looking around, is that like $211? And we're currently trading about $11.50. So let's just take our sort of tool here just to measure up from about $11.50. We'll take that from current price action here, and we'll just measure up to around here. So you're looking at around 17, 18x in my opinion, sort of $200. We have got up in the previous cycle up there. The all-time high is currently at $53. So there's a lot of room for maneuver with Link, and I wouldn't be surprised if we exceed the Fibonacci targets as well. That is not the end goal, guys. However, that's where you want to be taking some partial profits at that particular point, because fibs always do come into play, and they have got a strong sort of, the strong price targets, put it that way. And fibs are very, very reliable in my opinion, guys. But yeah, that's Link for you guys. Like I said, if you guys need a plan, XRP plan and XTC plan, I'm looking to bring out more plans. If you guys have got a plan in mind that isn't featured on my website, make sure you drop a comment down below. Let me know what you want. I have had requests for Velo in particular. I've had a few like Bitcoin maxes reach out as well. I'm also heavily in Gala as well, but I don't know if we'll get that started.